All right, yeah, John, go. Are you recording now? You want to just do it?
No, no.
You're recording.
I'm not recording.
I
What?
see it. I see the button that says
No,
recording.
no, you don't see anything.
John's trying to catfish us again, everybody. He's like, no, I'm not recording. No, you can take your clothes off. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Welcome to the Geek Savants, episode 6. I'm Dave.
I'm super ugly.
Grand Medar.
Brian Roberts.
Ron Zorb.
Yes.
Don't worry, guys. I promise by the next time you see us, this mook over here will have a better computer and not be doing his portrait style, right, Grant?
Right.
Maybe.
So John, where are you today?
Guys, I'm working hard, okay? Last time you saw me, I had to go from my factory job to my car wash job, and today I'm starting off in my florist job where I make flower arrangements for moms, even though Mother's Day has already passed.
So maybe one day, John, you'll be able to afford sleeves. All right? Look at you. What is going on?
Not today.
I mean, very unprofessional. No florist would ever hire you, John.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So this week we are going to be talking about our streaming services, what we have, what we need and can't live without, and then the things that we're going to fucking cut out of our lives. So anyway.
So real quick, before we get into the actual streaming services, let's talk about why this is even such a big deal. So where the
John's, by the way, John's now up.
House.
He's got to jump in the fucking mystery machine, and
Yeah,
John's now he's solving supernatural crime.
I want to hear from you guys how you feel about the whole sheltering in place and like what businesses should be opened up by now versus not.
Ooh, Grant, we don't even know what businesses are open now because this is the future.
I know, but you can still get your opinion.
I don't know if restaurants should be open, although I miss a fucking restaurant like you don't even know. We go out at least once a week, and not being able to do that fucking sucks. I don't think movie theaters, I don't think anything that forces you to be in tight proximity with someone you don't fucking know. That's it. And everything else should be okay. That's me. John is like talking but not talking. It's really weird.
What about restaurants? What if they did a thing where they did like half capacity, and the tables were like way far apart?
Sure, I'd be okay with that, but it would have to be something that they regulate, right? I mean, like there needs to be someone going around making sure that that's what people are fucking doing. I think, and if you're waiting at the hostess fucking thing, you're around people that you don't want to be around. So how do you manage that? Do you make people wait outside 6 feet apart in groups? I mean, there's just logistics, right? But I think that you would have to have a restaurant that got rid of at least 50% of their tables. And for a lot of people, that's just not feasible.
It's not worth it.
John, you worked in restaurants for a long ass time.
I don't know, man. I'm shocked that any of this is going down, honestly. I'm surprised that America can even do what we're doing right now. Like, we're all so selfish and people they don't want to do this. So it's hard to believe that at a certain, I've heard a reference to being like, before 9/11, you could get on a plane, with a whatever. And then it's like after 9, now we're in a different time. And it's like, I don't know what it's going to be like after this, but until we find some type of vaccine or a way to prevent it, this could be like a new norm of like, we go out for a while, it flares up, we have to come back in again and like shut everything down for another month. I don't know. It's crazy. Like they won't let Kelly do anything, but sometimes I look at her job and it's like, she just like stands one-on-one with somebody and like she sanitizes all her stuff. She's very clean and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know.
Let's let people know that people that don't know Kelly's a hairdresser. Okay.
Yes,
Kelly's very clean, and she's only with one person.
I mean, really good. As long as she cleans the pole, that's all that really matters.
Right.
No, but they have her in phase 3, which is basically like, I believe, like movie theaters almost. So I don't know why they have her, but like some of these other places are good, like offices, and those are in phase 2. But it's like it's a very. I don't know what we're going to be looking at here soon.
I mean, how, like, if you were to, maybe it's because hair salons, maybe the chairs
Touching,
are closer
like,
to. You know what I mean? They're not 6 feet apart naturally, right? So like maybe there's just like no way to enforce or regulate it unless like.
But it's
take out half the chairs, right?
It's a cosmetology thing, though. Where like you have to always have like you have to wash your towels. You got to wipe stuff down. You have to like you can't just like keep hair around. You don't keep piles of hair on the floor. It's like they're constantly cleaning those places.
It's not like Brian's bathroom where there's just hair
everywhere. Yeah. Knuckle hair everywhere. Yeah.
Hey Brian, I missed those knuckles. Could you show me those knuckles real quick? Just give me a little like. Oh, I can't see it. It's not high def. Oh, there it is! Oh, yes. Woo! Oh my God, that's amazing.
Enjoy it.
It's so hairy.
I know it's not the same when it's not in your mouth, but
I know. I just miss sucking on those fingers, man. So, I don't know. I mean, like, what businesses do you think people? Well, it should be open, guys. I mean, like, at this point, what do you got?
Things can't keep going how they have been. They've got to open stuff up and at least, like you said, regulate and at least try. And then if it flares up, and then we go on lockdown again. But maybe it won't. Maybe if everybody's hella cool and clean, it will be fine.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I'll say, we take it for granted. Like, I wash my fucking hands all the time now. Like, if I go outside at all, it's like I'm extra fucking careful. I like always have a mask now. I mean, you have to get into anywhere. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to get fucking sick. What are you guys laughing at?
John's eating his boogers.
Oh. Okay, yeah, very clear.
A filthy human being, and it's very difficult for me to stay clean. So
it's your boogers, man. It's your life. Do what you will.
Oh, but the thing that makes it so crazy is they have, I forget what the percentage is of how many people are asymptomatic. They're still spreading it, but they don't even look sick. They don't even feel sick. They just go out there and they're just getting people sick. So it's like
they don't know.
We're all gonna get it. I think that pretty much, as far as I could tell in the beginning, they were saying that 80% of everybody could get it. I mean, it's like, so we only did this to prevent the hospitals from getting burdened.
Right.
So realistically, we're, like I said to Grant earlier, it sucks because we live in California that has been a really good state about keeping things locked down. Mm-hmm. But all these other states are behind us by like weeks. And so it's like, we're stuck here. And what are we going to open our state? And then all of a sudden somebody comes in and it's a tricky situation because we're all at different levels in this country. And yet we're all supposed to travel everywhere amongst everyone,
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that things are closed now because I travel for work and I fly every week. So the idea of getting on a plane when things were really, really bad and everyone was in lockdown, I wasn't about it. And I'm, and because I was traveling every week, at least the first couple weeks, I was like, well, this is great. I don't have to fucking get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get on a plane. Now I'm getting a little antsy and I miss, there were some things that were more efficient when we could all be together, but this has proven, at least in my job, that we could do it remotely. And I think a lot of people that's going to change too. Right. And I think that's a good thing. I think that if people can work from home, they should, because fucking we impact the environment so poorly every day. I mean, at least we can say that the environment's getting a little bit better, but it's just going to go back to fucking shit, I think.
And if you look at especially tech companies, like you take a Google or Facebook, where on their campus they spend bajillions of dollars a day on feeding their employees, you know, nice shit, and they have like on-campus massage therapists and all these kinds of amenities.
Mhm.
They don't have to pay for now. So like their bottom line is looking better, and they're, you know, but they're still getting the work done.
So Megan works for an Amazon company, and she got the letter saying that they're working from home until October. It's fucking crazy. I mean, you could go into the office still when they open it up. There, you know, you can go in, but they're going to be taking everyone's temperature. You have to everyone's going to be cordoned off still, and everyone has to wear masks. So it's like, well, then fucking stay at home. You know, like if you can do your job at home, great. So
a lot of universities are starting their schools, you know, online. How would you feel about, you know, if you paid all the money to go to USC or, you know, Stanford or something, and you're just sitting in your fucking bedroom and doing online classes?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, they're all going to my school because that's a lot of students we're getting. They're those students, a massive influx because of exactly what you're saying. They're allowing them to actually go out of the schools to take classes. And who's going to pay like thousands of dollars to take a class online,
right?
When you can't get the experience of that university? Just go take it anywhere where it's cheap and get the same exact credit.
Yeah.
Our problem has been that we send our kid to a Montessori, and Montessori is based around like physically doing things. It's not about sitting at a desk and learning. It's about how do you count? Well, let's go get these things and we'll count. You know, and it's like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Well, it's like we all have to, everyone's involved. It's go ask a friend. Let's all teach each other kind of a thing. And now they're like, okay, everyone, you have to all just basically become regular school kids and like learn the way that other kids learn. Here's your homework. Do your homework. You should just know this. And it's frustrating to us because, you know, we're just like, we've sent him to the school for so long. And now it's like, if this is going to go on for another year, then it's like, well, why are we, you know, who knows what will happen with him, you know?
Yeah. I like supporting like small business, local business. We still go and get pickup every week. I went and bought masks. I feel bad for anyone that works in comic books, man, like as their job. I'm so glad that I still work outside of comics and then kind of dip my toes in, because like people depend on these conventions and none of that shit's happening probably until next year. I bought some masks on Etsy just to fucking support, you know, small business. And I'm going to probably be wearing masks when this shit comes back. If I'm going to be at a convention, I always come home sick, and I do not want to fucking get, you know, like a life-threatening illness. It's fucking crazy. So, yeah.
I don't know.
You'll be seeing me like this at shows. It's going to be crazy.
We play like the lottery, you know, it's almost like playing the lottery. Like you never know. You walk outside your house, who knows right now? I just don't think we know enough about it. Transmission at like, you know, it's all just kind of like, it's a very, like Ron said, you could not even show signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just saw another fucking note that there's a massive outbreak of hepatitis in China, and
I'm sorry, guys, that was me.
yeah, that there's factory images from last episode really worked on them. But they don't know how it's spreading, and it's an outbreak, and it's usually seen in rats. So fucking we could be up on another thing. Really, you're fucking rats? The rat fuckers? Rat fuckers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I mean, like, this thing could fucking mutate. There could be something else. This is, I mean, it's serious fucking shit, man. I don't know.
Has it just seemed like the past, at least 6 months have just been shit? Like the end of 2019, and it just started. It's like, what the hell is going on right now? I just don't. It seems like one thing is just leading into another, and like, yeah.
It's weird. I noticed that since November of 2016, something has been really off about our timeline. I can't figure out exactly what it is, but it's really casting a huge gray cloud over the whole world that we live in right now.
There's still some people that fucking love that guy, man. It's fucking crazy. I mean, when someone's like, "Oh yeah, I believe in it. We need change, whatever." Okay, I could see why anyone would buy into that. But then, like, you see what he is personally, and then professionally, and it's just like, how could you still be behind that, man?
Does anyone else want to go through another 4 years like this? Not me. It has been fucking stress city in this world, like doing this kind of stuff, like having to deal with this world we live in now. And this is just a perfect capper right on it. Murder hornets and a pandemic.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, even my dad, who is a weird old Republican white dude, was like, I'm not voting for him again. He did vote for him, and he did defend him. And I'm like, you're insane. And then, like, as the years have gone, he's like, yeah, I can't really defend this guy anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Wish I could say the same. But
not like his vote fucking matters. Wait, is your dad like a total Trumper?
I'll just keep my mouth shut. No, yeah, they drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you had long discussions about? I mean, I know how passionate you are about politics. You've never had the Angry John conversations?
In 2012,
Angry John.
Because I know John likes to be right, and in this instance, I actually agree with John.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine.
In 2012, they said to me, hey, how do we even know he's born in this country?
Oh.
And I was like, oh, snap. Like, that was pretty much the last time I've ever had, like, a deep conversation with them about it, because I, like, tried to, like, argue back and be like, what the hell are you talking about? And they were like, well, you never know. And I was like, I can't have a conversation with you anymore because you exist in a world of, like, crazy fiction. And and I can't do it. So it kind of, what's funny is we'll be talking and then all of a sudden they'll, like, ask me this weird question, though, like, one time they were like, oh, we had a shooting at the Walmart, in our town. And I'm like, oh shit, shooting at a Walmart. That's wild. Like, it's crazy that you can't go to a Walmart anymore without, getting shot. And they pivoted right into, there's a lot of shootings in Chicago also. I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's like, they can't just say, like, the shooting in Walmart is bad. They then have to go, yeah, but black people shoot each other all the time in Chicago. So, it's okay. It's very bizarre. They spit out these, like, factoids of cuckoo all the time, like it. So I stopped talking to them about it.
I thought you were going to just end it with that you stopped talking to them, but that's good. That you still talk to your parents.
Honestly, sadly, I kind of technically maybe do. I don't talk to them very much. I know it's very odd.
I like that John didn't want to be the bad guy there. That's fine, John. It's fine that you don't.
No,
you're a fucking adult and you can talk to whoever you want, John.
No, it's it's not good. We have people that have lost parents know that it's like you wish you could have your parents around to talk to them. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. They don't call me. And so I'm not, like, pushing to call them. And, like, I'm going to have to call her tomorrow for Mother's Day, but, that'll be awkward. I haven't talked to him in, like, a month.
Could you just say, could you phrase that? Like, I have to call them 3 days ago for Mother's Day. You got to, like, go backwards in time. Yeah, right.
It's tough, man. I don't love it. I don't love it.
And so how do we get our mind off of all this stuff?
Ooh.
We stream movies.
The boob tube. We love the boob tube. So I'm going to go on my phone and just look at my apps and see. Oh, there it is. What I have, because I didn't make a list. I was busy watching that Six Underground fucking movie. But here's what I've got on my list. Okay. I have YouTube. Everyone has YouTube, of course. It's free, except if you're Grant. Hulu, HBO Now, Netflix. I have Vice on TV, which I love, and Disney Plus. That's all I've got. What do you guys have?
Okay.
I also have Shudder. I have I had DC Universe, but got rid of it.
I did that as well.
I did get Apple TV so I could watch that Beastie Boys movie.
Ooh,
God, dang it.
And
how is that?
incredible, of course. But if you've read the book or listened to the audiobook of the book, it's a lot of the same stuff.
I haven't, so that's great.
The audiobook was amazing.
It was amazing, right? I mean, it's so incredible. I would listen to the audiobook and then go pick up the book and like reference all the photos they would talk about, and so it's incredible. But yeah, so that I think that's it for me. So I have pretty much everyone that you named, and then,
in addition to
in addition to, I have those other three.
Who still has cable?
I have cable for free. Like my my apartment complex gives us the internet and cable. So
What?
yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Nice.
What do
When
you
we
got?
first
over
started
there?
this podcast, the guy I lived in that warehouse, and the guy at the warehouse, we had internet and cable free at that place too. It was beautiful. I love not paying for internet and cable.
Yeah, it's awesome. So what else what do you got over there, Grant? What do you have to stream?
I mean, I have full blown cable, but
Full blown?
full blown
cable.
It's got everything. Netflix, Amazon, Hulu.
Oh,
HBO.
Amazon was another
Amazon, yeah, I
Right.
got that.
Yeah.
That's an easy one, just because you get it with your Amazon Prime subscription.
Yeah.
So whatever.
But it's like, for me, I would say Netflix is number one, and then Amazon and Hulu are pretty much tied, because I really
think,
like
yeah.
content on both of
I
them.
agree with that statement.
I got Disney, but I don't like. There's only so much time in the day, and for me, Disney is kind of on the bottom of the pile so far. And there's a lot of stuff on there that I know I'm gonna like. I just don't know when I'm gonna get to it.
Grant, do you have your HBO in your Hulu?
Okay.
It's I think it's all tied together, because I've got HBO by itself, like whatever, HBO Go, HBO Now, whatever it is.
See, I
But
just
then-
have mine as an add-on in Hulu, so I'm I pay for HBO the same way through the other app, but it's just I get it, through Hulu.
So
So
I'm
like
gonna-
I can click on the Comcast Xfinity guide and go to HBO directly through there, or I can do it on the smart TV. Or
I feel like you're spending like $4,000 on all this, Grant. Why are you have so much stuff?
it's not.
Okay.
So, but guys, Grant, shut the fuck up real quick. Brian, what do you have? You vetoed the guys over here. We're going to talk about what you like and what you don't like, but I want to hear from the other guys.
It's not too much. It's just Netflix.
Michael Bay
Amazon,
Finger.
Prime.
Michael Bay Finger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus right now.
Okay.
I wanted to get DC Universe, but then John told me that the Young Justice season 3 wasn't that good, and I was like,
Oh,
what's the point?
fuck
What's
you,
the point,
John.
man?
Rob,
No, I'm glad you saved me money. Yeah, I don't know. I thought
That's
about
more
getting
money you can spend on comic books.
Yeah. I thought about getting Hulu again. So I might.
I love Hulu.
I do too.
Mm.
Okay,
Do I?
Ronster, what do you got over there? What are you? Oh wait, hold on. Ron has nothing. Ron's on the dark web finding like leeches and shit.
No, I probably spend a lot of money. I apparently spend a lot more than you guys on streaming. So I don't have an antenna in my house. I can't get it. I'm in a valley, so I can't do whatever. I have to get cable. I don't want to do cable, so I do internet and streaming, so I have a lot of channels.
Okay.
So I have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, DC Unlimited, the WWE channel, Boomerang,
Ooh.
Motor Trend, Disney
I just think
Plus.
that you watched the Eddie Murphy movie Boomerang like over and over and over again.
No, I got
No.
that too, Ron. I got Boomerang too, actually.
It's like what is it? The Warner Brother version of
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera. Yeah. Then free stuff. If you guys go into free stuff, there's like since my wife is from Hong Kong, there's this channel TVB. She gets that, and then Pluto TV.
What's
I don't know
Pluto?
if you guys. It's like a free streaming service. It used to be independent, but Viacom bought them. So it has like a bunch of what is it? Nickelodeon, old Nickelodeon stuff. old MTV stuff, things like that. It's kind of like they do channels and stuff, but it's free for now until they decide to charge. But I do Roku TVs. So like there's a lot of apps that are on there, like the Roku channel, Tubi, stuff like that. So I actually have a lot of stuff that's. So
raise your hand. So John has Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. Grant, you do as well. Brian, yeah, and Ron.
Yep.
Okay. Did you guys buy it in a 3-year package, or are you buying it month to month?
Month to month.
Okay, because they gave everyone a discount prior, because I knew people that were working at Disney, and they were all fucking freaking out. They're like, we don't have enough content to start this thing. All we have is The Mandalorian, which is it's going to run out, right? So they sold a 3-year package initially, and they got like, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers, which is more than DC Online total. So I was one of the people that got it early. And I do think that there isn't enough content on there. I mean, even though there's everything in the world, are you guys finding anything on there that you like really love catching up on, or anything new that you're like into other than Mandalorian?
Clone Wars cartoon.
Big B watched. You got Clone Wars. Yeah. Big B watched that Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Okay.
No, that's it. Pretty much Clone Wars and Mandalorian.
Yeah.
All Star Wars related content has been what I've been watching.
Okay.
That's it. Like that's really like I
Just
get
watched the Timon and
Disney
Pumbaa
movies.
show.
I guess I'm a Disney file because it's like, yeah, it has what Pinocchio, Snow White. It has like all the old classic cartoons on it. That to me is the artwork is amazing to me. So, but yeah, to you guys, you shrug it off.
I find it hard to watch classic cartoons like that. The pacing, it feels like an old movie where I'm just like, I get bored. I get, like antsy or something. So John, you said Shudder. I have my notes now. This is my notebook.
Yes.
Yes.
I
had Shudder too.
It's funny because like with Shudder, it's similar to DCU where I got it specifically for and Disney in a sense. I got it specifically for something, and then now I have it. I probably could get rid of it, but I've got it for that. They did a Creep Show TV show on there. And so I got that. And then Joe Bob Briggs does some stuff on there, and I like
that
him
late
too,
night
so.
stuff. Yeah, the drive-in.
Yeah, so, but I honestly don't go to it a lot, but I do like, it's one that I'll keep because I do like the concept of it, a horror movie streaming service.
I liked it too. I tried it out. I had it for like 6 months, and I watched a few things, but it's hard to search for things on that. And then horror movies are so subjective that it was like, I don't want to sit through a movie and then a half an hour into it be like, this movie fucking sucks. And then I have to put it down, and I just wasted a half an hour when I could have been watching something on another streaming service. Grant, you said Netflix. Why I find myself not on Netflix as much as I used to. But you say Netflix is your number one.
Yeah. So that's like my desert. Well, okay. My desert island streaming service would be YouTube. But I feel like YouTube's a little different because it's, even though they've got a lot of original content and movies and good features and stuff, and I do pay for the premium, it's not what I would consider a mainstream streaming service like Netflix. So, Netflix would be my desert island one to go to, just because it has a lot of content. Like I discover stuff on there all the time that I don't think I would like, and then I'll just end up watching it and really liking it.
Could you do me a favor? Could you, like, when we're freeballing, like in the early episode every week, could you give me a list? Because I want to love Netflix, and it's on my chopping block. If there weren't like a handful of original shows that come out sporadically, I could ditch it and then just add it when I want those shows. I'm not consistent on Netflix. I'm more consistent on Hulu. And
I still get a disc.
What?
I still get a disc.
They still do that.
John just went crazy. John just went crazy.
Because they have movies, that are relatively new they're not streaming yet, and you can get them on disc.
Okay.
It's very nostalgic.
Okay.
I like
Grant-
the Betamax one.
I'm so
Betamax.
I know. I get the VHS copy.
That's so crazy. So Brian,
Wait, some
what
of those
was
are worth
your
money.
What?
The
oh, the VHS copies?
Yeah. You should be buying those instead of comics, Dave.
Brian,
know.
what is your number one? What's your number one streaming
Probably
cartoon?
Netflix.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't. There's so much shit on there, and I can't find anything I want to fucking watch.
I
Man.
don't watch as much as you guys do though, or
Okay.
as often. But
I mean, that
I don't know,
sounded
they have
that-
a
that
lot.
sounded
They do
judgy.
have a. Yeah. They do have a lot of stuff. They just have tons of crap. But I would say the problem with Netflix is it's hard to find stuff. That's what I find is difficult with Netflix. Like there could be some great stuff. But like they put up the Dave Chappelle Mark Twain thing, his award. They put the whole thing up there. So I was like, I wanted to watch the whole thing, so I only saw some random clips of it. And it's pretty funny. I mean, but they have all that kind of stuff because they have a huge deal with Dave Chappelle. That's why.
Yeah.
But
Netflix is good. I do have a hard time figuring out what the hell I want to watch.
Mhm.
Like unless somebody tells me like, "Hey, go watch Fleabag or something," I'm like, I don't know. Like, let's watch The Office again. I don't know. It's very difficult for me to like pick stuff out.
So Ron, what the fuck is Boomerang? I've never used it.
We kind of hit on it. It's like let's see what cartoons are on it. Scooby Doo's on it. The old Bugs Bunny cartoons. I forget if Popeye's not on it, right? But it's like
No.
big.
I don't think so.
Not Porky Pig. No. Is
They
Porky
don't
Pig?
have-
Is the Looney Tunes on there?
I thought the Looney Tunes were on it.
Maybe.
What? How much does that cost?
$5 a month.
Oh, okay.
Not really
That's
that
not so
expensive,
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got all the Hanna-Barbera, so they got like the Wacky Racers, which is Wacky Racers is a really good one.
Nice. And John, is there anything on DC Universe worth watching? Because I stopped.
Oh yeah, I
after
did
Doom
like
Patrol.
Doom Patrol was really good. Did I mention Doom Patrol? It was really good. No,
Yeah.
I heard that Harley Quinn cartoon was really good.
That looked good, actually.
People were
Yeah.
really saying that was like a really great show. Like the voice cast of that
We
show
all
is.
froze,
Oh, did we? You're frozen.
I'm good.
or just mine did.
Just yours.
It's yours.
Uh,
Right.
He's back. There
There you go.
He's back.
If you go look at the voice cast of that show, it's kind of incredible. Harley Quinn.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did want to watch that show. I saw some little clips of it on YouTube. And honestly, that's my go-to when I don't know what I want to watch. I go on YouTube and I follow it down the rabbit hole. Like that's what I like about YouTube is I can just start at one point and just be like, bleh, and find some weird fucking shit, and like there isn't really anything like that where there's so much content and it's stuff that you're not going to see anywhere else, and there's no bleed over. It's great. But why pay for it, Grant? Like I don't know why I would ever want to pay for YouTube.
I can't stand the fucking ads, the breaking up of something that I want to watch. So that was the original reason for me doing it, was just to have an uninterrupted YouTube experience, because I was watching a lot of videos all the time, and then when I found out that you get YouTube Music with it, and all the original content, today I was looking up Bloodshot. And I can stream it in Ultra HD to any smart TV for $5.99. And there's
you can
all
do that
kinds
on
of,
Amazon, bro. You can do that on all of them now.
I'm just saying, there's all kind. Yeah, you could do it from YouTube. I think before a lot of the other ones, because now all the new movies that are out, everybody's streaming them. But
Now with
Go ahead,
we've been doing a lot of Amazon where we'll go like, oh, we missed X movie in the theater. Let's just rent it. When it comes out, it's usually like you said, it's like $5.99, $6.99, whatever. Do you guys think that that's weird to like? Because Kelly always gets weird when I'm like, oh, it was only $3.99, and she's like, why you pay $3.99? But to me, $3.99 or $4.99, that doesn't seem like a large amount for like to rent a movie in a sense,
I don't think that it is. I think that that's like blockbuster money. That when
That's
like
what I look at it
you're
like.
saying that's
Right.
what. Yeah. But
Like I look at it like, well, she of course is like, go bootleg it from somewhere. Go like get the Cody or get whatever.
I'm looking at you, Ron, right now. I'm looking at Ron
Yeah.
right now.
Go bootleg
I
that. Go
don't do it
dark
at all.
web that
Don't do
shit.
it at all.
Ron's background is just all the things he's downloaded. Look at that.
During this episode.
Yeah. I usually do Redbox if it's something that's newish, but with this, stay-at-home shit going on, I like the convenience. I don't actually care if I have to spend $7.99 or $9.99 on something that's in the theater right now because I want to see it. I'm not going to buy Bloodshot, but
well, what about those one like when they did Invisible Man and The Hunt? It was $20.99. What do you think about that?
I don't do that.
That's
bullshit.
I did that for Trolls 2.
As well, Trolls as well, Trolls 2,
Yes,
Trolls as well.
It was worth it because the kids sat there and watched that movie. So
that movie made more money than they projected for the theater. So
same reason, because all the parents went, "We gotta get these kids sit down, leave us alone."
Did you guys watch Onward? That was a good Disney.
We
Plus
already talked about it.
Did we?
Talked about it like
I didn't watch
that's
it.
right.
You guys seem.
You still haven't seen it? Oh, it's okay. It's good.
I saw it in the theater. It was probably the last movie I saw in the theater before.
Ooh, what was the last
Nice.
movie we all saw in the theater? Shit.
Probably like Last Jedi.
Endgame. I don't know. Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It may have been Endgame for me. That actually
It's
may
been a
be.
long time. No.
Mine was the Star Wars movie, the last.
Yeah.
Star
Last
Wars movie.
Skywalker. Yeah. The Rise of the Skywalkers. I don't even remember what was it called.
The Rise of
Rise of the Sith.
Skywalker. Yeah.
Okay, so in that movie, they implied that Finn was force sensitive, right?
No, maybe.
In that movie,
I don't remember. No.
from what I paid
John,
attention to.
Tell me, John. I don't think so.
Yeah, they did actually. No, they 100% made him like. Do you like this lighting, by the way? I'm testing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like spooky.
Too much
It's
shutter.
like-
No, they kind of implied it where he's like, I just have a feeling, and like,
Right.
like it, I think it was like 2 different times they implied that he was force sensitive.
Huh. I don't remember that shit
Anyway.
at all.
Yeah, and we
And
all know
that
that Lando and that black chick were like that was her dad.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing they just kind of threw
Or
in there.
he was gonna fuck her. I don't know. He's Lando. You
They're both-
never know what Lando's gonna do.
I know.
He had to make sure it wasn't his daughter. He's like, so what are you doing after this? Are you
I'm
my
going to
daughter?
go drink
No.
some Colt 45.
45.
Right. So here's my question, guys. If of your services, which could you lose? Which could you say, fuck it? Ron, starting with you, you have the most.
I could probably do without DC Unlimited, the WWE, and Boomerang.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
No. Let's go a little more hardcore. Like if you really had to get rid of like a
Pornhub.
major one.
Oh, a major one? I could get rid of Netflix. But I only keep it right now because the kids watch a lot of stuff on Netflix. If the
It
kids
is good
watch
for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good.
I would
yeah.
totally have gotten rid of it by now. Like the content that they have, besides Dave Chappelle shows, I don't care about it.
I could say, you know what, Ron? I would say the same thing. Netflix. I could get rid of it. It's also one of the cheapest, though, and I think that's why you're like $7.99 or whatever it is.
If I had to, I think I'd get rid of Disney Plus.
Ooh, maybe.
I don't want
it's Disney Plus.
I don't want to, and I honestly like. I don't love Netflix or Hulu, but like. I use them just enough, both of those enough that I need to have those two in my life. Like there's just enough on there. Although I will say, honestly, we didn't give enough props to Amazon. Has had a lot of stuff on it too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shows.
Amazon's stepping up. They really are. The Boys was fucking fantastic.
Right. Yeah. Fleabag was incredible.
Fleabag's great. Upload's pretty good. For a Amazon show,
Undone.
it's in the top 10.
Undone.
Undone's great. So,
Sneaky Pete. I didn't see that one.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
And for people who are into martial arts movies, they actually have a lot of the Shaw Brothers catalog, which is amazing.
Yep.
Where? On Amazon?
On Amazon Prime, yeah.
They also have.
So what's really funny about all these services is when you can't find a movie. Like when I can't find a movie on these streaming services, it drives me bonkers. Like I'm like, how is this possible that a movie doesn't exist?
There have been some old 80s movies that were relatively popular that are not on anything, and I had to pay for it.
Yeah. You know what's good about Amazon, though?
What do you mean, though, you had to pay for it? That's what I want to know.
Like, it was only available to rent.
I'm saying, like, I tried to watch this movie called The Fall by Tarsem Singh, the guy that directed The Cell with Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
It's within the last decade, I think it came out. And that movie does not exist on anything. Like I had to go, I had to find it on some website. Like it was on literally on a website that I could go to and watch it on a player on their website. Yeah.
That's weird.
It doesn't exist.
Like Daily Motion or something like that.
It was like it was like that. It was like a major theatrical release though, and it's like, where is this movie?
Wow.
Yeah.
I figure it would show up on YouTube even. Like people do that, like, the whole movie is on YouTube or whatever,
Oh yeah, it is not available. I'm looking at stuff right now, John, and I'm like, yeah, it's not even on Amazon. The good thing about Amazon now is you can, since COVID, there's the app, you can purchase stuff on the app. Before it used to be like you have to go to Amazon to purchase it, then it'll link to your phone or whatever. Yeah. Now at least it's direct, which I love. That is a fucking game changer for Amazon. But to your point, I just looked that movie up and it's unavailable. So what the fuck is that? That's really weird.
I wasn't lying to you, my friend. Why you don't believe that?
I mean, there was that
John.
that Urban Myths show that I recommended early on. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I found it on Daily Motion. And I'm like, okay, I'll just download that app and fucking watch it there for free.
What about anybody have any interest? I kind of do, but anybody have any interest in Quibi?
No. Not at all. Not fucking 1 second. No. No, it's pay, right? You got to pay for it, right? It's like $9.99.
You get 10-minute shows. Mm-hmm. I don't know. No. I don't know. So it's like so funny because it has like, there's like that Will Forte and the girl from Philadelphia. They're in a show together. And then there's like another one where they go, it's all horror stories or urban legends, I guess, from all 50 states. Oh, so it's like, I know it's a good idea, right? So, but it's like in 10-minute chunks. Wow. I don't know. Yeah.
Let me look at how much Quibi is, because honestly,
I think they're giving it away right now, aren't they?
No, they may be giving you a.
They'll get me.
They
will get me. Like Apple got me. Apple got me with that Beastie Boys thing, and I did it for the 7-day free trial, and now I'm paying them $4.99 a month because I'm just lazy to go.
You're like $4.99.
Well, because it is only $4.99, okay, which is cheaper than some of the other ones, but it's also like, they are gonna do that Amazing Stories show or whatever at some point, so I might try and keep it. I don't know.
Quibi is $4.99 with commercials, $7.99 without. How can you have commercials in a 10-minute? Is it commercials at the front of it, and then you have to watch?
Probably, like a YouTube video or something. Yeah.
You know what? I'd be okay with that, maybe. But $4.99 to sit through, commercials that are probably an eighth of the length of the fucking thing that I want to watch. That might not be worth it.
Hulu gets me though, dude. Sometimes I'll be watching something, it'll be all 250 seconds of ads, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's so long.
I pay for no ads on Hulu. I don't want to fucking sit through that.
How much is no ads?
I don't remember. Let me look.
I think
Dave's got so much money. He doesn't count that.
That's not true. I don't have fucking. Oh, I used to have Hulu Live too, by the way, because I didn't have.
I have that. I have Hulu Live. So that works similar to the cable, where you go to a guide, and it you scroll through the guide and you can watch live TV. So it still kind of gives you the vibe of cable. So so you can kind of go, I'll just channel surf and pick something out to watch. But guess what? I never find anything to watch. So
if you have Hulu Live, I'm sure it's a cheaper add-on, but I think it's only $11.99 if you just have Hulu with Hulu no ads. But the problem with that is if you're watching Hulu live, you still have the commercials because it's live TV. It's just
Right.
like you're supplementing cable. So it's kind of a misnomer in a way. And but it's really nice to be able to binge watch shit and not have, commercials. Grant, how much is YouTube and what would you get rid of if you could? Did you already say what you would get rid of?
No, YouTube's $14.
That's
And-
fucking expensive.
Seems like a lot.
It's $14. It gets lost in all the other payments of shit. I would get rid of Disney Plus, but if I'm looking at just the big three, Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu, that's fucking tough. I probably watch Hulu the least.
Hulu surprises me sometimes with the movies they get.
I love it, but
yeah, I don't know.
I like the thing about Hulu, and I guess this goes with Hulu Live in a sense, is that it's the thing that I go to when I need to watch something like right when it's happening, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whether it's Game of Thrones or football, basketball, or like this Michael Jordan documentary. It's like I want to watch it like right then, and
Right.
other stuff I don't mind. I can wait for a while, but there are certain things I'd like to watch current.
Is that I almost said Jackson, Jordan thing on Hulu Live, or is it on Hulu?
It's
regular?
on ESPN, and
Okay.
then when it's done, it will be on Netflix.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really wanted to watch that. It looked good. But yeah, I mean, that was my thing about Hulu Live is I liked having it for sports. Do you ever consider buying a sports package, John, on anything, or is it like
We used to have like the Sunday ticket, but that's expensive, dude. That one's like $300 for the season,
Yeah,
or
that's,
something like
that's a
that.
lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great. I love Red Zone. Is like really the only way I want to watch football, but it's also $300. Like,
Yeah, I was going to buy. I'm glad I didn't do it this season because that would have been fucking shitty. But I was gonna probably next season think about getting the package to watch all the Warrior games. I mean, like this wasn't the season to do it at all. You couldn't justify the cost of it. But I can't watch any of the fucking Warrior
yeah, I
games.
know. I
in
moved
LA.
fucking right up an hour away, 2 hours away, and I can't watch Warrior games.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
It drives me
yeah.
insane.
They played the Clippers the other day, or not the other day.
The other
the other
day.
month, a few months ago. They fucking blacked that game out. I'm like, God damn it! It's the one game I'm going to be able to watch, and they're going to fucking lose. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess the total amount that we're spending on our streaming services, if you're not paying for cable, that's not so bad, right? Because cable is going to cost just as much as your streaming
I
services.
feel like
But-
my cable was like $115 or something like
Yeah.
that. So I cannot be spending that much in streaming services.
No, yeah, that's true. But your
Hang on,
internet,
I did the math. Hang on. I'm spending $500 a month on streaming services. How do I know? I shouldn't have subscribed to the kitchen service, the kitchen channel. Who subscribes to some of these channels? I see them and I'm like, who is paying this money for these channels that are out there,
yeah. The worst though is like when you find something that like a show on cable and you're like, ooh, I want to watch. Oh, this is like season 8 of this thing, and it's never anywhere but that one little fucking stupid channel that And then you're like, well, I'm not going to fucking spend $7.99 to watch one fucking channel.
They did not get me, but they almost got me with that Picard show. Now, if I cared about Star Trek, if I cared about Picard more, I would have done it, but I just don't care enough about it. But people were like, they were jizzing all over the place about that
It's
show.
good.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
I heard
It's really good.
It's interesting too. We got it for my dad. We got him a subscription to CBS. They give that away for free. I didn't even sign up for
I
that.
think
They
they
get like a month
eventually
away. I'm
ended
like,
up
I should do that because I didn't get to finish it off. But it was good. Like
Maybe
super good production quality, and it's really interesting. Like the story itself is not what I ever thought they would dream up for
Okay.
for this.
Yeah, don't.
Being invaded.
I watched the Star Trek Discovery, but I'm a dummy because I bought the Blu-rays. I was like, fine. I was like, whatever. I almost used the F word right there. See, the kid showed up, and I was like,
headphones
on. But
Earmuffs.
yeah, I was going to maybe potentially get CBS All Access, but it just didn't seem like worth the investment on it. It's another $8 I don't need to spend.
That's the thing. I see all these things. They're like, check out this new show. It's the greatest show you've ever wanted.
It's on Peacock.
It's on like, you're like, why do I want to buy? I can't buy a service.
Well, they have Twilight Zone too on there.
That's true.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a 30-day and just power through all that shit and then just be done with it. Like,
Yeah, that's all you have to do, actually.
Yeah.
If you just commit to that, you can get. It won't even take you 30 days. You'll get done with that stuff in like
a
weekend.
I mean, a weekend. Yeah. I mean, what else are we doing right now? Like, I can watch 3 episodes
It's
of
probably
anything.
like 9 or I think it's only $5, right, for CBS. I think it's something like that. No, maybe it's like $8.
Probably with ads. It's probably there's probably an ad version or an ad-free version.
I got the on my Fire Stick. They have that CW app, and it's
the Seed, CW Seed.
Is that what it's called? No, not the one that shows the old stuff, because I think that's for the older stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about just the straight CW shows. So that's how I was able to watch like the Flash Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover they did.
How was that?
I mean, it was on those shows, so it was about as good as you would expect.
It was a CW superhero show, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it was, it was fine. They had a lot of like interesting cameos from weird characters and stuff, But I like that. Like, I feel like some of these streaming services are good when they're just free. Can some just be free? I don't want to have to pay for everything,
I think that, the only downfall to there's a lot of downfalls, but the only downfall to buying something now is it could show up on any of these streaming services a week fucking later. And then you're like, God damn it, I just spent like $12.
I know. It's like that. That's how I felt with like DVDs. Like I'll be like, oh shit, like let's just say Endgame came out. Oh, I want to buy it. And then it's like, it's going to be on streaming here pretty soon. And I'll be able to watch it like easier than I would be able to put a DVD into the DVD tray.
I bought Parasite and watched it, loved it, and then it showed up on Hulu like the next week, and I was like, why did I buy that Blu-ray? Like, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and that's why the only Blu-rays, and we could probably talk about like our buying patterns on another episode, but the only Blu-rays I buy now are 3D Blu-rays because I have a 3D TV, and all the Marvel shit is awesome in 3D, but that's it.
I only watch things in 3D. Grant with your Betamax tapes.
Oh man! So hey, should we wrap it up, guys? We should probably get it going.
I got my DoorDash is coming soon, so I got.
Oh, you were distracted? You were very distracted.
Well, I got to order my DoorDash. I got a kid that I have to actually feed dinner, so.
Well, good luck with that. I'm going to go make some dinner myself. We'll catch up next week.
All right, boys. It was good talking to everybody. Now I'm going to tell you about another movie. We're all going to have to watch another movie. It'll be great.
Oh, my God. Someone, Ron or Brian, you give us a mission. I don't trust John anymore after that 6 Underground. So, all
right, boys, if you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And then, we'll be back next week at some point.
Yeah.
I believe.
All right.
Yeah.
Toodles.